10 months after his wife died, a widower plucked up the courage to unfold the final letter she wrote for him before she died. After reading her soul-crushing confession, he hurried to take a paternity test. On November 29, 2021, a grieving widower found solace in the Off My Chest subreddit, pouring out his heartache. He wasn't looking for advice, but his emotional narrative resonated with supporters who reassured him that it was all right to cry over what his wife had done. The man and his wife had enjoyed 4 years of blissful marriage. They cherished their shared moments, and the arrival of their son only deepened their happiness. However, despite their joy, fate had other plans in store for them. The original poster's OP wife sadly passed away 10 months before he shared his Reddit account. Shattered and feeling as if his world had collapsed, he found the strength within himself to persevere. Despite the immense grief, he made a steadfast commitment to be a loving and dedicated father to his 4-year-old son. As time passed, things slowly began to return to a semblance of normalcy in OP's life. His son became his entire world, and he couldn't envision anything beyond their bond. During this period, he stumbled upon the last letter his wife had written for him. Although OP had known about this heartfelt treasure his late wife had left behind, he couldn't summon the courage to read it until 10 months later. Upon reading the letter, OP was initially in a state of disbelief. It took him considerable time to regain his composure while absorbing the weight of his wife's candid revelation. In the letter, she confessed to getting excessively drunk during her bachelorette party and engaging in an intimate encounter with a stranger. Consequently, she found herself pregnant, but the timing left her uncertain about the true paternity, as the incident had occurred a few days before their wedding. OP was devastated, particularly when he reached the part of the letter where his late wife admitted there was a significant possibility that their son might not be his. He never anticipated such a revelation from his beloved wife. Numerous unanswered questions clouded OP's mind, compelling him to delve into the origins of his son's parentage. Despite the urge to confront his wife, it was too late, and the mere thought of it weighed heavily on him. Instead, he mustered the courage to undergo a paternity test, hoping to unravel the truth. The results proved to be shattering. His late wife's confession aligned with the test results, revealing that the boy he had raised was not his biological son. Feeling a pang of regret, OP wished he hadn't taken the test, thinking it might have been easier to ignore the truth. Despite his assurance that his feeling for his son remained unchanged, the revelation still hurt. Seeking an outlet for his frustration, he shared his thoughts online, where he received a comforting flood of support from understanding strangers. "I am so incredibly sorry. I have an idea how much this hurts. All your feelings are valid. A lot of people will react with some kind of toxic positivity to things like these. Your feelings are valid," a Redditor wrote. OP thanked the person and said he intended to go on a long drive to get a breath of fresh air and overcome this emotional burden. "Knowing this, for some reason, it made me feel so incredibly alone right now. So I appreciate the support very much," he replied. "Driving is excellent therapy, actually. Just don't angry drive. Get lost in music or something. I'm so sorry," one user advised. Meanwhile, OP was relieved to have left his son at his parents' place, but was unsure if he would ever look at him the same way again. Soon, the boy returned home to his dad. And OP's reaction was unbelievable. The father was apprehensive about how he would respond to his son. Deep inside, he knew that he still loved him, but feared how he'd look at him now. OP was unsure whether his feelings for his boy would change or if he would only view him through the lens of his wife's betrayal. But when he saw his son, he rushed to him and hugged him like he hadn't met him in years. He felt his son's tiny arms squeeze him back, expressing relief and warmth at being home with his dad. OP almost broke down in his son's arms as he tried to get over his wife's lie. He said he was headstrong that the boy would remain his son and that nothing would change between them.